You all set, Jeanette? Awesome. Well, welcome everybody. I want to welcome those that are calling in and those that are watching us through Zoom, and to anyone that is going to be watching this replay today. We are so happy to have you here. My name is Tanya Sheldon, and I have been a distributor with Lifevantage, the company and opportunity you're going to hear about today, for about the last 5.5 years. And I'm so excited today that I get to introduce to you one of my dear, dear friends, someone I did not know before I got into Lifevantage. And that is my favorite part of this opportunity. It's the people that come into your life that God wants you to know, that influence your life, change your life, inspire you in ways you never thought possible. And Jeanette is one of those people. I have been with Lifevantage, like I said, for 5.5 years. I'm no stranger to network marketing. I have been searching pretty much my entire life to find confidence and to find it in a way through helping people. And I didn't like the ceiling that was over my head when I worked a job. And through network marketing, there is no ceiling. It's what I make of it. And it has been the greatest thing I've ever said yes to. So with that, we're going to get started today. Jeanette Palmer is going to share this opportunity with you, her story, her passion, and then at the end, you can make a decision that's best for you and get the next bit of information that you so desire. So Jeanette Palmer, she grew up in Weiser, Idaho, a small town in Idaho of 5,000 people. Before Lifevantage, she was happily working for the school district in her town as a computer teacher. She loved her holidays and summers off with her children. She was happy. Her friends introduced this to her, the Lifevantage opportunity, and after watching an ABC investigative report, she was all in with the products, but didn't believe in the business. She didn't believe it was real and that you could make money doing a pyramid scheme. Now she doesn't know what she would do without Lifevantage in her life. It has changed her life and her family's life forever. She says, I am able to be a stay-at-home mom and truly live the life I was meant to live. So with that, Jeanette, I cannot wait for you to bless all of us with your story. I'm so proud of you for being here today to share with us all. Take it away, girl.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tanya. And thank you everyone for being on today. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen really quick. So that just takes 1 second. So yeah, like Tanya said, I was introduced to Lifevantage just a little over 3 years ago, October 2013. Some really good friends of mine. They said, hey, they called me up. They said, we want to tell you about something. And I was like, all right. And they're people I respect. So they came into my house and they told me all this stuff about these products and this company. And I watched this ABC investigative report, which I'm assuming everybody did watch before they jumped on this webinar. If you did not, go ahead and ask the person who invited you on this today to send that to you, because I'm going to tell you that ABC investigative report is what changed my life. My dad was diagnosed with the onset stage of Alzheimer's at the age of 62 in August of 2013. We had been looking for something that was all natural that could help him, because when we went to the doctor, they just handed him some pills and said, start taking these. We asked, well, what are these going to do for him? And they didn't really have any answers for us. I watched that ABC investigative report and I did my research. I started looking into what these products were and what they are about. And knowing that by reducing your oxidative stress, and we're going to get into all of that here in a minute, that changed my life. So seeing that in the video, like I said, it just completely changed me. Sorry, I was looking at someone walking. I get a little sidetracked, so ignore me if I do that. So I saw that. I saw these products, and I was like, all in after I did my research. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to kind of just take you guys on that journey of my research. So we're going to talk a lot about these products, and the reason why I believe it's so important that we talk about what Lifevantage has to offer in the way of products is every person that I've brought into my business, I feel have come in, when they've come in with the belief of what we have and the belief of what these products are and the science behind it, every single one of, them have just taken off and have gotten so excited about, about what we have our hands on. It is truly a medical breakthrough. I like to, say that we're just a network marketing company full of a bunch of science nerds. I have zero science background. I don't, for me, I didn't know any science. I was teaching computers. I've been an entrepreneur. I've had multiple businesses, and I just didn't know, that network marketing was it. Like Tanya said, sorry, I'm getting a little sidetracked. Like Tanya had said, I didn't believe in the business. I didn't believe that this pyramid thing would work. I honestly thought there's no way. This is the way people, lazy people try to make money. They do these little pyramid schemes. I had friends that had tried it, my sister, and I just didn't believe in it. And so as we're going through this today, I'm going to be, kind of telling my story throughout the whole thing. So that's kind of where I'm a little tongue-tied. So here we go. Here's the most exciting thing to me. When I opened my first business, which was a publishing company, I published my own magazine. I wish somebody would have talked to me about a few things. And when we opened our coffee shop, I wish somebody would have talked to me about recognizing a business opportunity. So I always like to start here, because the best thing that you can do when you're looking at anything as far as a business, you need to look at certain things. How are you going to get paid? So we will talk a little bit about that today. The system, what does that look like? You guys are seeing that today. I have my mentor and my business partner, Tanya, gets on here, introduces me. We have this, beautiful system here where you can be in your own home. I'm sitting in a little town of Weiser, Idaho. I'm assuming you guys are from all over. I know I see a few of you from South Dakota that I know. And, here's the system. You get to jump online and see what this is all about. It's such a beautiful thing. The trends. What are these? What are these trends? This is the big part for someone who's starting a brick and mortar business. What are the trends look like? When we opened our coffee shop, the trend of coffee was over. It was done. We realistically hit the tail end of it. So I kind of wish we would have known a little bit more about that. That actually goes hand in hand, I believe, with timing, with the trends, but then you want to get in first, that timing. So today I'm going to, ask you guys all to look at the timing in this company. As you see, that's the biggest part of this pie. And the reason for that is this: the timing is now. This technology that you're going to learn about today is a medical breakthrough, and nobody knows about it. I have talked to doctors and scientists, to introduce this to them, and they never heard about this company. So the timing and the trends are huge right now, you guys. The company, it's like a company like never before. We're publicly traded on the NASDAQ. We are a $200 million company. Rapidly growing and approaching, hoping within the next 2 to 5 years to be over $1 billion company. And then our products. And that's the big thing that we're going to discuss today, is these amazing products. So the ABC investigative report you guys watched. Okay, everybody saw that, right? So I'm assuming. So here we go. So after that ABC investigative report aired back in 2005. And I'm going to tell you guys, when I saw that video, I literally looked at my friend and I said, "You're having me watch a video from 2005 and it's 2013. And, honestly, I love that we get to take you back. We get to take you back in time and show you where we began before we even started in network marketing. So that ABC investigative report aired. And at the end of that report, it said, for more information, go to abcnews.com. Here's the cool part. Everybody did. Over $5 million in sales happened overnight. But the best part of it was, not only was the consumer watching, myself, yourself, everyday people, but also scientists, researchers, doctors were watching it as well. They were watching that same investigative report. And when they saw that, they said, "Are you kidding me? This is a medical, there's nothing out there like this." So as you can see from this slide here, this is the multiple different universities and research facilities that took our product Protandim and studied it. And so I saw this. When I saw this, you guys, how many people are actually studying it, and things like pulmonary hypertension, heart disease, asthma, on and on and on, I was blown away. I thought, are you kidding me? This is an all-natural product that I get to hear about, and it's got all this science behind it. So let's get into that. So oxidative stress. What is oxidative stress? I didn't know what it was when I first heard it. So if you don't know what oxidative stress is, that's okay. So oxidative stress is simply this. It's a normal cell that are being attacked by those free radicals. Free radicals are the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, elements in our world. So they'll start to attack our cells. And as those attack our cells start to oxidize. The easiest way that I've ever found, when I've seen it, is you've got your apple that looks great. You put your apple on the counter, it starts to oxidize, and then it starts to look gross. If it's sitting on your counter when it still looks like that, you might want to throw it away. So, it just over time, that's what's happening inside our body. And we have something that can help. When I saw this, I went, okay, what is it? My friend Brian said, I want you to go to a website called pubmed.gov, and I want you to research this. I want you to look at this. And I was like, all right. So I went into PubMed, and I started typing in what I like to call my family's history, my family's medical history. And sadly, when I look at this little flower chart here, there's multiple things on here that is in my family history. We have things like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, on and on. My daughter has asthma. And when I went into PubMed and I typed in these different diseases, and I typed in oxidative stress, so I typed in asthma and oxidative stress, what came up was multiple studies on oxidative stress and asthma. And in my mind, I was like, wait a minute, that's crazy to me. So if I can reduce my daughter's oxidative stress and she has asthma, it's not that this little yellow pill that we're telling you guys about, it's not like this comes in and we take it and then it cures anything. But if it reduces the oxidative stress in your body. So I always tell people, I recommend just go in and type in your family's history, diabetes, look at the research behind it. That's pubmed.gov. Stands for Public Medicine, and .gov, it's a government site. You guys are paying for it anyway, so why not utilize it? So go to that website, check out the different disease states that what you find in your family history, and you will be, I promise you will be absolutely blown away by the number of science that's behind it. But then here's the cool part. This is where our company came in. So we actually have, I'm going to tell you, so my friend Brian, he introduces this to me. He says, hey, I need you to, take a look at this, go to PubMed, do this. I was a little nervous, and I'll be honest with you. I was a little nervous to just randomly type in Protandim in the search engine. I wanted to find something that didn't pop up, because remember, I'm a skeptic. I didn't think that this company was what it was all about. I'm thinking in my mind, we got these great products, but there could be generated studies by the company that could come up on Google search. We've got, Google University is out there. Just a very big skeptic, scared about everything. So, but what I was told was, if we go into the American Heart Association's Journal of Circulation, you're going to find studies on Protandim funded by the American Heart Association. So I did. I went into that circulation magazine, and I typed in that web address, and I just typed in their search engine, Protandim. And if you do that, even today, you can still find there's around 7 studies that they have funded and studied on our product Protandim. That to me was huge. There was other studies, like the MS Journal has a study on their product Tecfidera and our product Protandim, comparing the two. Look those up. Ask the person who invited you on this today, to send you these studies or send you links to that, because I'm telling you, it's going to blow your mind. So here's the other thing, that PubMed, if you go in and you type in Protandim, there are 22 published studies on our product alone. There are no other products on the market that you can actually go in and you type in their actual product name and it comes up with studies. My husband and I, when we first got in, we were like, okay, let's type in we would think of another company and their product, and we type in the name of their product and nothing. And we type in the name of, another company. I'm not going to name some companies, but we would type in names and we couldn't find studies. We have 22 published studies on our product Protandim. That to me was, honestly, when I saw that and I saw what these studies said, it was a no-brainer. I need this in my body, my dad's body, obviously, my kids, and everybody I know and love. Type in oxidative stress. Oxidative stress, when I joined, I think there were 100 and maybe 18,000 studies. 3 years later, we're up to 164,000 studies on oxidative stress. And what is oxidative stress? Find out what that is, because it's a big, big deal. So this study down here, I love this so much. This is by Oregon State University. It's twofold why I love this. One is Oregon. We border Oregon here in Idaho, so it feels like it's really close to home to us. But the other one is simply this, is what the study reads. My friend Brian came into this company. He said, Jeanette, this is so big. This is just as big as penicillin, if not bigger. And I just remember kind of thinking, you're crazy. I don't even quite understand how big penicillin is. I know it's a big darn deal. So this study gets published. This came out in 2015. And what I love is what it says down here. It says, it explains what our product is and what it does. That NRF2, that NRF2 pathway. That pathway is huge, you guys. That pathway is what does so much. It's what's reducing the oxidative stress in our body. So it says when it finds a problem, NRF2 essentially goes back to the cellular nucleus and rings the alarm bell, where it can turn on up to 200 genes that are responsible for cell repair, detoxification of carcinogens, protein and lipid metabolism, antioxidant protection, and other actions. In their report, the scientists call this a longevity assurance factor. Is that not exciting or what? When I saw that, I was like, are you kidding me? This is huge. Everybody should know about this. This study here, this was another one. And oh my gosh, you guys, this study, literally, I have read it. And I don't read science. There were so many times as I'm reading and I'm highlighting something and then I'm going to my dictionary, on my phone, and I'm looking up what that word means. But I'm telling you, the coolest part about this study here, again, one, it's in my backyard. It's from Washington State University. And then secondly, it's on multiple disease states, and it's talking about that NRF2 pathway in your body being a master regulator for the detoxification and anti-inflammatory. This is huge. Our body has the ability to do amazing things. And obviously, I think we've all known that. We hear stories all the time of people saying, it's a miracle this happened, and, someone was sick or in the hospital, and we hear of these miracles. I believe we have these wonderful miracle bodies that are just being bombarded every single day with so many toxins. So what I loved about this study is it's not just talking about that pathway. When you read this study, it's talking about different disease states. So it's actually going in and it's talking about that. You can see kind of down there, it's talking about like lung disease, toxic liver damage, cancer, diabetes, kidney disease, different things. So definitely get a hold of this study. But what it says here is we may be on the verge of new literature on health effects of NRF2, which may well become the most extraordinary therapeutic and the most extraordinary preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. When I saw that, I was like, are you kidding me? I have been in this beautiful company you know, by the time this came out, I had been in this company for a couple of years. I was a believer in the products by just the one study that was published that said that our product Protandim will reduce your oxidative stress. Finding out what oxidative stress was, finding out what our product does, to me, it was an instant no-brainer. I was like, absolutely, I need to have this in my body. So to come into this company and being here for 2 years and watching all the different studies that keep coming out, studies like this, that are talking about this being an extraordinary preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. And where I was talking about those trends and the timing, you guys, in the very beginning, this right here is proof that we are on to something so, so beautiful and so big. I mean, we live in a world where medicine, I like to call it a supersized world. We live in a supersized world. Everything is supersized. Everything is quick. Everything is right now. And I mean, we're go big or go home. And the biggest thing is when it comes to our health, we take it for granted so many times. So to have a company that has science, 22 peer-reviewed studies on our product, has science to back what our product does, and I'm pioneering this, I get to be the person who tells everybody about this. That to me is so exciting. So let me tell you guys, product, got it instantly. Super excited. Couldn't believe that this was in my lap. Business, like Tanya said, no, I was not going to do this business. I was happy. I was okay. I was fine. I was staying home with my kids. I had my vacations with them. I had time off with them. But the products I got, why? Here's why. So we've got now these amazing products. We got our Nerf 1 and our Nerf 2 that combat so much in our body. So our Nerf 2 pathway in our body reduces your oxidative stress. Okay. So as it reduces that oxidative stress in your body, it's repairing damaged cells. So then we've got our Nerf 1 pathway, you guys, that is also in our body. And that is increasing your cellular energy, your ATP. I'm sure a lot of us remember that from biology in high school because our ATP is responsible for our energy. So exciting. I mean, I was a huge believer in Nerf 2 and had that in my body instantly. But then when the Nerf 1 came out, I was like, are you kidding me? And I felt that, you guys, pretty darn quickly. To be able to have my cellular energy live and excited, I mean, I feel like I could run a marathon. I sometimes will go, 4 hours of sleep and I'm just on top of it. Why? Because I'm fixing my body. I'm taking natural products that have proven science behind it, and I get to, and my body loves it. There's no synthetic property with it. So here's our product lineup. When I got involved in this company, we had a few products. We had Protandim, we had Pet Tandem, and then we also had a skincare, our number 4 in our skincare system. And now we've come out with, a few other products, as you can see. And I love that because as the company is growing, our product line is growing, but it's all products that are based on science. So we got category creating, scientifically validated, and patented products. And then they have exclusive formulations with that Nerf 2 technology. So imagine taking a product that you can have that Nerf 2 technology enhanced in your brain. So that Axio, when I take Axio, I probably drink 2 or 3 of these a day. And everybody in this company that you talk to will say the same thing. They drink this, pretty much all day long. Why? Because it's brain food. It makes you feel good. It gives you, I don't like to say energy because it's not like an energy drink, but it gives you that overall good feeling of energy. And so we have our Axio. I'll go through here and tell you the prices of products. Axio is $50 a month for a 30-day supply. Axio is phenomenal. I would not, I wouldn't ever have this in my home. Our True Science line, that's the whole line there. We have a face wash. We have our perfecting lotion, which is an amazing lotion that actually hydrates your skin. We have an eye serum. Here's the cool part about our eye serum, you guys. The eye serum you can put on your eyes, because most eye serums that you read in the stores are when they have a lot of synthetic property on them, you're not allowed to put them on your eyelids, because you put them on your eyelids, bad things start to happen. This you can put all over. You can put all over your eyelids, all over wherever. And I've even gotten it in my eye and I can still see. And it's amazing. So an eye serum you can actually put in your eye. Phenomenal. And then the anti-aging cream. That anti-aging cream is, I use it for everything. We use it for bug bites, sunburns, just skin issues. A friend of mine came to me the other day and says, my daughter we took her doctor, she has psoriasis right here. And I'm like, okay, here you go. I gave her some samples. I mean, she needs to have this on her. This will help. Why? Because it's hydrating and it's fixing those cells within her body. So our True Science and facial line is amazing, you guys. The company was smart. They know that our skin's our largest organ, and they said, you know what, we need to protect it just like we do on our inside. So now we have an inside approach to that Nerve 2 technology and an outside approach to Nerve 2 technology. The entire skincare line is $140. It's amazing, you guys. You can't even get a skincare line at that cost with all of these products in the store. So, and then next we have our Potandem, and the Potandem is for your animals. This one here is for your dog, so it's for your canine, and I love it. It works exactly like Protandim does for us. It's the exact same formula. It's the exact same ingredients in it, and it just works great for our dogs. Here's the other thing I love is our dogs, they don't know a placebo. So they don't see their friend and go, oh, you feel better, so I feel better. They don't get that. So when you start seeing your dogs feel better, heck yeah, I've had people sit down at meetings or, face to face over a webinar, whatever, and they would, listen to everything. They'd hear all the science, and then they'd order Potandem for their dogs. Why? Because people love their dogs so much. But then shortly after, what would they do? They would want product for themselves, because they would see what it did. All of a sudden their dogs are running faster, they're jumping, and it's just amazing, you guys. So if if you have an animal, get them on the Potandem. I promise you will be blown away by that. And then our Physique line is our, that's our, I like to call it our fitness line, or our healthy weight management line is what a lot of people talk about it. So our healthy weight management line, there's a cleanse that I do personally every single month. I feel like my body is bombarded with so many things every single, month, every single day with, just the food we're eating. And so why not give my body every single month a really quick, just, restart. It's 7 days. It's a gentle cleanse. You would love it. I'm going to skip over the probiotic for a second. Our fat burn, again, is also absolutely amazing. It's non-stimulant, so it's not going to give you that crazy racing heart, crazy energy that most burners, like fat burns, do. And the other part of that is it's got some amazing properties in there that are actually dealing with and helping with that belly fat, that what they call visceral fat. So ask the person who invited you on this to send you the information on that fat burn. You will be blown away. And then our protein shake. I drink a protein shake every single day. I've seen some really crazy studies about protein shakes, about how they help with that cellular repair when you're working out, how they help with building that muscle mass, obviously help with, bone density, different things like that. So many cool things about protein. And so protein shakes, and a lot of people like protein shakes. But the thing that I love about ours, it is an all-natural protein shake. It has no sugar in it, no added sugar, no fake sugars in it. It does have stevia, and then it has some organic coconut sugar. And I've had people ask me before about the coconut sugar. Here's the thing. Our body understands sugar and knows how to burn it when it knows that it's sugar. But our body doesn't understand fake sugar. It doesn't understand sugar substitutes. So when we take something with a sugar substitute, our body turns that into fat. So we want to be careful. So we have this clean product that tastes amazing, that's 70 calories, and it's good for you, and you're not. So anyways, absolutely you should try this. I've had so many different ways with dark chocolate almond milk and a little bit of the protein powder, and then I put coconut in it so it tastes like an almond joy. So then, you know, at night I'm not eating ice cream. So anyways, it's amazing. So our probiotic, this one, the probiotic and our Nerve2 pathway are the two I will never, ever live without. It doesn't matter what I have to do. These are the products I will be on forever. I didn't know a lot about a probiotic when I first started this company. I've heard probiotics, heard you need to take a probiotic. So I was taking one off the counter, didn't really see much of a difference. And then I started on our probiotic, and it completely changed my life. I was having some issues, and it just helped. It just absolutely helped. Those 6 strains of healthy bacteria that's in there, those strains, if you go in and you research each one of those strains, which I have, go in and research every strain that's in there, you will be amazed about the information. Those strains are the top strains that you should have in any probiotic that you're taking, and that's research. You can go and find that yourself, and I love that the company made sure that those are the strains that we have in our probiotic. The other thing is, what I'm understanding about probiotics is this, and so I'm going to try to explain it in the way that it makes sense to me, and that is simply, you know, a good probiotic is something that actually will make it through your entire system. Okay. Most probiotics have that little vegetable casing around them. You take your probiotic, it's getting through your system, the little vegetable casing dissolves or whatever, breaks open, and all those probiotics go free. The majority of those probiotics are those strains are going to be eaten up in your stomach acid. We have what you call a BioTrack system. This BioTrack controlled release technology is patented, and it is phenomenal. It's this little tiny round ball, and I like to refer to it as a bath bomb because it's kind of hard to explain, but if you've ever used a bath bomb, you stick it in the bath and it just slowly dissolves. And sometimes it dissolves faster and sometimes it dissolves slower. That is essentially what our product is doing. So when you take that, it is going through your system and it is dissolving, and it is actually making it to your lower intestine. And that is phenomenal, you guys. That is why we're seeing the results. People are seeing the results they are with our probiotic, because it's actually making it to that lower intestine, which is so exciting. I mean, we used to have these healthy bacteria in the food we eat, but we just live in a world now where we don't have the same, you can't go to the grocery store and get a head of lettuce and come home and just kind of rinse it under the sink and cut it up. Now we're scrubbing it like we're scrubbing our countertop before we even start preparing food. So to have something that's going to bring those strains back into our body that we're missing from our food, that's so exciting. And I promise you, it will change your life. Even if you don't feel like you have stomach issues, because a lot of people have that misconception. Even if you don't feel like you have stomach issues, I promise you, there's reasons you need you need a probiotic, and it will absolutely change your life. Do your research on this probiotic. So here we go. Let me go back to the company's story. Okay. So the ABC investigative report aired. Everybody got excited about about what they heard about Protandim, that it will reduce your oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days, 70% in 120 days. Everybody was excited about that. The anti-aging industry, people were excited about that. Well, the problem was when you watch that video, and this is why I like people to go, I love that we go backwards. We go back to the beginning. People watch that video, and if you're looking around the video, you see that it's scientists and doctors in this, they're in a scientific facility. It's not, really pretty and clean and put together. You can tell that these are scientists working. They come in, they do this, they do this investigative report, and everybody gets excited, but the company wasn't ready. This small little biotech company in Colorado, they weren't ready for it. They had no infrastructure. They had no sales team. They had no marketing team. The stock quickly went, from $20, dropped down to 7 cents, and they were almost delisted from, they were, their stock was almost gone because of the fact that people weren't getting their product. They tried to put it online, but that didn't work, because everything that we're talking about here with the products and the science and everything like that, you can't find that on a bottle. You're not going to find that on a little label and read that. It needs to be out there and told, and people tell about it. So the company was doing about half a bottle per store per month, and that's what they were selling. I'm not sure how you do a half a bottle, but that's what they were selling in their stores. And it just wasn't working. So they hired a guy by the name of David Brown in 2009, and they had him take one look at the company, and he looked at it. He saw the ABC investigative report, the products, the science, and he was like, this is huge. This has a giant story, and it needs to be told. So after back and forth, my understanding is there was some back and forth between the stockholders, the scientists, and, David Brown. And they decided to go into direct sales, but they went direct sales versus retail. So they kept it on the shelves. So it was on the shelves at like Vitamins Store, GNC, CVS, Rite Aids, places like that. And they went head to head. And direct sales sold out by 300% in their first year. It makes sense. I mean, it honestly does. When you're talking and you have passion about a product, you definitely want to tell people about it. I find myself in every situation that I'm in where someone says something and I'm thinking, oh, that person needs to know about this. Oh, that person needs to know about, the cream. The person needs to know about Protandim, needs to know. And it makes sense because we're people who are connected to each other. You want to talk to your friends, you want to talk to your family, and you know that you have something. So it makes sense that direct sales work, because direct sales is simply what we're doing. It's just a conversation. So here is this slide. I will tell you guys, this slide right here, this is what changed it for me. This is what made me go from being that I believe in the products 1000% to, I'm not going to do the business, to, okay, this business is for me. So we've talked a lot about the products. We talked a lot about, the science behind those products. And then here we are in the company. Here we're talking about the pioneering of these products, being in first. So every company takes what they call an S curve. That S curve, when I saw that and I understood what an S curve was and what it meant, I was blown away by it. So to know, like I was saying, let's put our little pioneering hats on and know that we are first and we get to tell this to everybody first. So to be in the point in this company where nobody knows about it, where we're first. So I was one of the first people in our tiny little town of 5,000. We have more distributors in our little town of Weiser than we do in the whole state of Idaho. Most of our trainings and things like, and events and things we go to, most of those people are coming out of our little town of 5,000. So it doesn't matter where you live or where you're from. What it matters is how passionate you are for two things. One, your health and your belief in these products. So those go together. And then secondly, what do you want? What change do you want in your life? So for me, I thought I was happy. I was working at the schools. I had already done the entrepreneur thing. I was over that. And I thought that I was at a point where I just wanted to work a job. And I love that it was the schools because I had my summers off. I had my vacations off with my kids. And for me, that was enough. But there was something inside of me that kept thinking that, honestly, there's got to be a better way. There's got to be more to life than just going to work and coming home. Because you see, even as I was teaching, if I had to take a day off, I was still getting up in the morning and I was still making a lesson plan, and I was making sure someone had that lesson plan the next day. So I could never truly be sick. My kids could never truly be sick. And if I went over, my daughter got really sick my last year that I was teaching, and I actually ended up losing money because I had to pay the subs because I took over my sick leave and personal leave. So I just kept thinking there's got to be more to this. This is why I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. So to find something that I get to be in first. And so when I saw this S curve and I was like, I'm down here, but yet the company, when it hits that $1 billion mark, that's where it starts to stabilize. So I get to be a part of an $800 million growth where it says that momentum. 80% of the company's growth is going to happen here. We're a $214 million company, and $800 million in growth is going to happen, and I get to have a percentage of that. I started getting excited, and I thought, are you kidding me? Heck yeah. The other thing was I read, I was reading, I believe it was Harvard University came out with a study that talked about 3 ways that you want to recognize, you want to get involved in a network marketing company. One of them was that you got to be in a company 18 months or older. Well, this company started in 2003. These products have been researched in science. And here we are in 2017. So we're well past that. The other thing was you want to have something consumable, something that was going to happen every month. I can't, our phones here, you buy it once, you're not going to buy the same phone every single month. So you want something residually. Every one of our products are a 30-day supply. So you got a 30-day supply. So I've talked to people in the very beginning in October when I first joined this company in 2013, and they're still customers of mine today. So that's a residual monthly thing. So there's number 2. And then the last one, and this blew me away. It says, if you can get in under 135,000 distributors to join a network marketing company, you're in a once in a lifetime, sorry, my daughter is walking in. You're in a once in a lifetime opportunity. That to me was like, wait a minute. So here I am. I live in a town of 5,000. I need to change my life. I've been desiring to have something big happen. And and the company's under 135,000. At the time, I think we had like 48,000 here in the US. I'm guessing we're probably somewhere around 75,000. Guys, we're not once in a lifetime. We're not on the ground floor. We're in the basement of the ground floor. We haven't even started to hit ground floor yet. This is so exciting, and you get to be first. You get to be the first person to explain this to everyone. So when I saw that, I went, oh my gosh, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I get to explain this to my friends and family. I get to be first, and I get to change my family's future. I get to do this for us, and I get to do this and pay just a small amount to buy a company. When my husband and I bought our coffee shop, we spent over $45,000 just to open the doors. We don't even pay a fraction of that to get into this company, and that is so exciting to me. So we have 6 ways you can get paid. I'm not going to go through all of those. I will tell you that the first 2 are your more bonuses. Those were exciting to me because that's money that you get pretty much weekly. And it's exciting to see weekly money when you first start in a company. My first week in this company, I had a check like that. And that was exciting to me. But the money that kept me up at night, that made me just crazy sometimes at night, and I would just think, is that number 4, that royalty commission, that every single month on the 15th, I get a paycheck. I get to now have a paycheck that comes in every 15th of the month, that I get paid more than I did while I was teaching. And that check comes in, and it's a residual check. That's the one that excited me. That's the one I was working for every single month. So, and then we have some other ways that we get paid. As you can see, there's 6 ways we get paid, you guys. That's so awesome if you think about that. So that's all. That could be a whole webinar in itself, to be honest. But no, you get paid, and you get paid well. Here's our income disclosure statement. This is actually how our ranks hit. So we have from a distributor to master pro 10 on here. We're able to show you this because we are a publicly company. We're actually only one of 4 network marketing companies that are publicly traded. That to me, again, was so exciting. So if you look in that column there that says monthly averages, it's the 3rd column over. That is on average how much money, if you're treating this like a business, that's on average how much money you can make a month with Lifevantage. I can tell you guys right now, when I got involved, and it took me a few months, but after a couple months, and I decided to do this as a business, I can tell you right now, those monthly averages are correct. They hit about right there. When I was working it as a business, Pro 1, I was well over that a month, $92 a month. Pro 2, $248. Could you imagine just an extra $240 in your home? For me, I was like, $240, that means groceries. An extra $500 a month in your home, that's a car payment. I honestly, when I got in, I was hitting, my mindset was that Premier Pro 5 rank is where I'm sitting now, but that rank for me, literally, I thought I'll do that in the next 3 years. And I was able to hit that within my first Lifevantage and be able to say goodbye to my job and stay home with my kiddos. And, it's exciting. The other day I was sitting here and I'm sitting and I'm working, and I hear my girls side giggling and laughing and playing and running. And I'm thinking, this is cool. Like, this is so cool to think that I saw a vision. I've got these amazing products that I can change people's life with. And on top of that, I now get to be a stay-at-home mom with my girls. So exciting and so worth it. It's so worth looking into deeper. So how do you get started? There's 3 ways you can get started. I always tell people, definitely get started with the pack that makes you the most comfortable. But I will tell you that everything you do when you start a business, from the very time that you start it becomes your story. It becomes who you are. So we do have what is our silver pack, which is $300. Honestly, I like to call this our hobbyist pack because this comes at $250 worth of product. Yes, you can make the same amount of commissions. As you can see, you get quite a bit of product in it. But at the same time, that $300 mark, that's probably not someone, in my mind, someone who's going to be like, yes, I'm going to do this as a business. Because when you start a business, it kind of hurts. It kind of makes you go, that was a little bit of money. So $300 pack, you can get involved in that. The $600 one is our gold pack. That one, again, you get quite a bit of product in. You do get access to one of our events. We actually have an event here next week in Denver, and I am flat out excited to go because there's lots of people that I haven't seen in a while, and I would love to, I reconnect with every year or every event. But the biggest thing that you get from these events is you will take about 6 months off your learning curve by attending. I wish for a new person joining a company, even if you joined a couple of days before an event, I would recommend figuring it out and going, because if you could just go and hear what this is and how real, and how real this company is, how ground floor this company is, how the timing is so right now, you will be blown away. And then our last pack is our $1,200 pack. That's our platinum pack. And our platinum pack, you get $1,065 worth of product. So realistically, if you're looking at it, you've got that, plus you get a website, you have ways to make commission. So honestly, if you think about it, when you get that pack, really, you're getting a lot of it in product. Product that you're going to use anyways, products that you can just stop buying from the stores. That's kind of my mindset. When I looked at this as a business, I said, okay, I'm not going to buy any more soda. I don't need any. I don't need soda from the stores. I don't need any. We never really drank Kool-Aid, but lots of other, drinks, here and there, teas and stuff like that. I'm just going to drink Axio. I'm going to invest in me. Skincare line, that's a no-brainer. I just stopped buying all the other stuff. I'm going to invest in me. Products such as supplements. I don't buy anything else. I'm on Protandim, Nerf 1, Nerf 2, our probiotic. I'm going to invest back in me. And then our physique line, I had sitting up, and it's probably still sitting there in my cabinet, an $85 bag of protein that my gym talked me into buying. And it has terrible stuff in it when I started reading all the stuff in it. So I was taking protein anyways. Why not? Why not invest in me? Because if I go and I buy these products from myself, I get paid back to myself. Stores are trying to do that every day anyways. You go, every store you walk into, they want to sell you their little loyalty card, and you get points, and you get, percentages off of things. And sometimes I don't even know what the loyalty card has to offer. But you're investing in yourself is what they're trying to get you to do. So why not do that and make a business out of it and teach your friends how to invest in their self as well? So absolutely 100%, look at the company, look at how we get paid, look at getting involved, because I can tell you right now, it has changed my life. It has changed my family's life forever. So, and then lastly, I love that our company has what is called My Venture, and this is where they give us prizes. They give us stuff, which is so much fun. So when you hit a certain rank in our company, which is our elite rank, you can get a Jeep or Harley Davidsons, or you can get Rolex. I don't know, on and on, a shopping spree, a trip, different things like that. It's just a thank you. It's a thank you for being involved. It's a thank you for being a part of our company. So it's so exciting, and it's so much fun to go to these events and watch these people get up on stage and hold a check that's way too big for them to hold, or get keys to a car and know that their life has changed, and they get to drive that car home and around their town and show this off. I mean, it's so exciting, and it just shows that the company is saying, we recognize your work. We recognize what you've done and where you're going. So my Life Venture program is absolutely amazing. So this is where I end. So it's your turn. You can take control of your own life. Next move is yours on a scale of 1 to 10. Just tell the person who invited you on this where you're at. Because the best thing you can do for them is to tell them, I'm still researching, I'll get back with you in a couple days, or I'm not interested at all. Because you know what? They invited you here today because they care about you, and they want you to just take a look at what they have, what they're excited about, what they're passionate about. And, give them at least give them your voice. I couldn't think of the word. And just let them know where you're at. So if you're a 10, let's get you signed up right now. Anything other than that, let's help you make a decision from there. So anyways, thank you so much for being on today. And I'll give it over to Tanya.
Can you hear me okay? I'm in a different location, obviously. And there's a plane flying over. But I'm so proud of you. That was amazing. And I don't know if a more thorough job has been done. So for anyone that is watching this Zoom, you just got such a thorough, very informative explanation of what we have our hands on and what a gift that is. So you have a lot of information that's been given to you right now. Like Jeanette said, make sure you get back with the person that invited you to watch this Zoom. Tell them where you're at on a scale of 1 to 10. Tell them if you need more information, and then they will direct you accordingly. And I just want to leave you with this. Someone you know is also going to be introduced to this opportunity. And it's just a matter of who says first yes. This is an amazing way to bring in an extra stream of income for your family, create a plan B, live a life of freedom, just like Jeanette gets to do, be with her children, have the choices she wants to have. So with that, I thank you all. I hope you have a great day. Jeanette, I love you. You're amazing. Thank you for blessing us with your gift and your knowledge today. Your passion just soaked through the screen. It was so apparent. So everyone have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.